Welcome to Elite Currency. My name is Chris. Taking a look at the euro dollar at a very interesting spot at this moment as price approaches resistance, and of course at the pound dollar for today and Wednesday. All right, let's kick off with the euro dollar. Euro dollar had a ascending wedge, basically with a flat top here, a couple of tops, three at least, and higher lows. So we're getting kind of a bullish sentiment, but price not able to break through resistance, and then all of a sudden, bang, it did with good momentum, now approaching this 117 area. So we've had basically price move up these targets, minus 61.8 target here, then the minus 100 target, now at the minus 161.8 target. All right, this could extend a little bit further considering the momentum at this moment that we see in the market. I wouldn't be surprised to see some bull flag and then one more higher high that should create divergence between the tops, and that could create a new downside. All right, at this moment price is bullish, but don't forget that it is running into a resistance zone right here when we have the trend lines. Maybe we can see it a little bit better on the daily chart, although I then should get rid of this fib. So let me do that right now and only show it on the hourly chart. So if we look at this daily channel in a way, price was very close to hitting the long-term moving average. Didn't get that close to the 38.2 fib, still a decent distance away from that 115 round level, 114.80 to be precise. Therefore, I think there's still a chance that this could be a bearish bounce zone or reversal zone for that last push down to the 38 and minus 272 target. However, if price does break through the resistance trend line with a good daily candle, right, like this, basically if it's able to also break above the 61.8 fib at 117.50, then of course the tables turn, the situation changes, and there is in that case a high likelihood of a break, pullback, and continuation on the euro dollar. The target of that upside would be at first this top around 120.75ish, and then if it breaks that top, it should extend towards the first target, which is 122.50. The second target being 125. All right, so that would be a bullish breakout, and that breakout would not be surprising because we're already talking about the fact that this is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and yes, in that case, wave 5 is an upside. The minimum target is the top, but typically, often enough goes above that top. And this does match a wave 4. It's choppy and corrective. It looks like a bull flag on the daily chart, and it is moving like a bull flag on the daily chart, right? And if it breaks that bull flag, there could be that breakout for wave 5. And we talked about this already for ages, I know, right? The wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 pattern. So is this wave 4 finished? That is the main question mark. And if price bounces at the top of this channel, then probably not. It will probably extend one more time towards this confluence, which I would expect is the main turning spot, which is the main ending spot for the wave 4 and the starting spot for the wave 5. However, price is not perfect. Sometimes, it bounces a bit earlier. Maybe I shouldn't use that fib, and maybe I should use this fib. And you can see that in that case, price is a little bit closer to the 38.2 fib. Maybe this fib is the better one, right? So sometimes those fibs are a little bit tricky. I was using this one for the moment. I'll keep it still there, but if price breaks above the channel, I might consider other fibs too. All right. In any case, this is an important bounce or break spot as price approaches 117, 117.50. All right. Now, at the moment, in Sunday's video, I already talked about the fact that this could be an A, this is a B potentially, and down it can go for a C. Right? That's still valid as long as it stays below the 5061.8 fib, and it is right here, right now, approaching that level. So it is exciting spot. It is the decision zone. Let's see how today's candle closes. If today's candle close is bullish, something like this, well, then maybe continuation is becoming a little bit more likely. What I really would like to see is a daily candle breaking above the 50 and the resistance trend line, right? Preferably even above the 61.8 fib. A daily candle like this, for instance. Wait for a 4-hour pullback and continuation. All right, that's how I will be tackling it, with breakout on the daily or 4-hour chart, pullback on the 4-hour, and a continuation on the 4-hour or 1-hour chart. Now, if there's a reversal, then this candle should have a big wick. Today or tomorrow should have a big wick at the top. And that could indicate indeed the start of this downside on the daily chart. All right, so very important zone right here. Of course, if it breaks above the 61.8 fib, I'll get rid of this fib. In that case, we finished an ABC correction within that wave 4, like this. A, B, C. And this could be a new upside. The upside could be in 5 waves. It might be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we could see an ABC correction even if we get a break here, because of the fact that that could finish a wave 1 of 5, and down it can go for the wave 2. All right, through ABC. All right, so that's why even if we get a bullish break, I am still looking for a pullback after the break, because of the fact that, you know, typically you would see this formation, these patterns play out like this before we get a bigger upside. If price does bounce in this zone, as I said, around 117, 117.25, 117.50, then, all right, then in that case, we would see some bearish candlestick patterns here, and eventually price would need to break this counter trend line here, because in the sense that now the trend is up with this 4-hour channel at least. Of course, the daily chart is still down. And break through the support trend line, and that could also indicate the continuation of the bearish trend. So we got bearish trend on the daily chart. So if we break through this support trend line, we should get a continuation to that 115 target. All right. So candlestick patterns here, plus the breakout for downside, upside, daily candle preferably, or some good momentum on the 4-hour chart. And we could see a wave 4, 5, and then a 3-wave pattern, and then after that, more upside. Taking a look at the pound dollar, basically had a wick at the bottom. All right, so not the breakout candle I was looking for, I was definitely looking for some momentum here to come in the market and then push through this trend line, but we didn't get it. Look at this candle close, far away from the low, at least. About half the candle probably is wick yesterday. That is not a breakout candle in my view, right? So still in this sideways range, still trying to break through support, the horizontal support, the support trend line, the boxy range that we've had, the sideways range here, still not able to push through it on this daily chart. And the 4-hour chart is also a little bit indecisive at this moment. Now it might break today if we do get a candle that breaks below this candle low and closes near the low like this. I think that would be a good breakout candle, and downside might occur like that. If we don't, there could still be actually a potential for price to retest resistance up in here, first of all. So there could be a bounce spot too. It depends on how price responds to this level. So if there's some bullish candles here, in that case, there could be a bigger correction like this, maybe to close this gap up in here, and that could happen. Depends how price responds here. Regarding the bounce or break, take a look at the hourly 4-hour charts maybe for a bounce or break. This is candle number 6. This candle will say a lot on the 4-hour chart. If there's a good candle close, there's maybe a chance of a breakout. If there's a big wick, maybe a bounce. In any case, from my perspective, I would be most interested in the daily candle. The daily candle needs to break below yesterday's low and close near the low. That would be a potential breakout for later this week on the pound dollar. With regard to the bounce to the upside, I'm not a big fan of trading this pound dollar at this moment. But anyone who's really interested in trading the pound, if there is a big wick here at the bottom and there's like a doji, there could be a little bit of retracement of that candle, and there could be an ABC correction like this. I'm already telling you in advance, I will probably not trade that, as I think there are better opportunities out there, most likely. But if I had to choose, then, and there is a doji here, it's retracement bounce like ABC is the one I would choose, but probably not going to trade it. All in all, when it gets up in here though, it could be again a resistance spot, because there could be a head and shoulders. We got a left shoulder here, the head, and the right shoulder here. So let me put the line right there. That could be a resistance spot, and of course the gap that could be closed as well right here. So basically that is a resistance zone. So if it gets up there, that could be a turning spot again. And of course, always in the back of my mind is finally the breakout, the bearish breakout that could occur today, tomorrow, maybe later this week, or maybe next week. Depends on how big this range will become. All right, check out more free analysis at elitecurrency.com. Also, free material. Check out the ECS Start Package with a system and PDFs and good info there. And above all, wish you good trading. Cheers.